All right, let's start our rainbow coil pot using mixed model magic. You're going to start with your color, take it out of the package, and you need to tear it into 2 parts. Make sure those parts are equal parts. One of those parts you're going to give to your neighbor, one of those parts is going to be yours. When you get your piece, you want to just roll it up into a ball and set it to the side. That other piece, you don't have to roll it up. You can give it right to your neighbor and they can roll it up. Next, you need your second color. We're using the primary colors to start off with. The primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. Again, tear it into 2 equal parts. One of them will be yours, one of them will be for your neighbor. Just like with the red, roll it up and set it to the side. And your last primary color is going to be yellow. Just like before, tear it into 2 equal parts. One's yours, one is your neighbor's. Squish and roll, 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 roll. And set it to the side. All right, we're going to start with the red here. And again, you're just going to tear it again into 2 equal parts. One you're going to roll back up into a ball and set to the side. That one's going to be the bigger piece. And then you're going to tear your second piece into 2 smaller pieces and roll them up. So you're going to have 3 of each color, 1 big and 2 small. And repeat. Alright, so now we have 3 pieces of each primary color. And the bigger pieces are going to stay unmixed. You're not going to mix them. They're going to be true primary colors. And what we need to do is start with red, and then we're going to put these in rainbow order, but we're not going to mix quite yet. So red, and then the 2 colors that make orange, then yellow, then 2 colors that make green, blue and yellow, and then blue, and then the 2 colors that make purple or violet. Okay, so this is rainbow order, but it's not mixed quite yet. We're going to mix the orange now, and you're just going to take your 2 pieces and smush them together, and then pull and fold. You're just stretching the clay a little bit, pulling and folding until you see the color is going to start to change. It's going to mix. You see that? It's starting to become orange. So you're going to continue pulling and folding until the whole piece turns orange. When you're pulling and folding clay, that's called kneading. The art word for that is kneading. So we're kneading the clay, we're mixing the colors together. Roll it back into a ball and set it to the side. So we have red, orange, yellow. Now we're going to mix green. We're going to do the same thing. Press together, pull and fold. Stretch and fold. Alright, so we need to get these pieces out of the way. Just move them out of the way for a minute. And we're going to start building our coil pot from the bottom up. So we need to go in reverse rainbow order. Starting with purple, you're going to roll this into a coil. A coil is a snake-like piece of clay. It's a very thin piece of clay that you roll with your fingers, just like I'm doing right now. Starting in the middle and working your way toward the edges. Get a pencil and measure the thickness of your coil. Your coil should be about the thickness of a pencil. If it is, you're good to go, and you can start making your base with the purple coil. Now all you're going to do is just swirl it around, kind of like it looks almost like a snail shell or a swirl. Take the coil and just wrap it around, lightly pressing, just tapping with your fingers so that the clay starts to stick together, around and around until your base gets bigger, like a snail or a spiral. Okay, so there's our base. We're going to start building the rest of the coils on top of that base. So again, we're going in reverse rainbow order, and we're starting now with blue. Roll it into a coil with your fingers, starting in the middle and working your way out so that the coil starts to stretch and grow. Get your pencil, measure, and instead of winding it around the purple, what we're going to do is we're going to start where we left off and attach them. But when we wind it around, if your clay starts to stick together like this did, like mine did, just pull it apart. No big deal. We're not going to wind it all the way around. Instead, what we're going to do is build on top of that base. So the blue is going right on top of the purple and then right over top of itself. So you're building the wall of the coil pot with your coils by stacking them on top of each other. And I'm very lightly pressing. You see that wall now? It's starting to get a little bit higher. The coils are what is going to build that wall. And we're going to repeat the next color.